Hello everyone, hope you're all well. So I've been doing some slow stitch, but I've been doing, let me see, so I'm still working on my little accordion accordion journal. I did some slow stitch there and here, and I did it on camera, so I might combine the two sort of videos, but for now I just thought I'd come on and do this. So I've put together this little collage cluster, and I wanted to put it, let's see, where did I, yes, here. I was going to put it here because I felt that it coordinated nicely with that, but before I do, I'm going to stitch it. So I'll just pop that there, I don't need that right now, and just see what you can see. Yeah, okay, so good. So I've got some thread here. I've got a nice, it's a nice sort of, I don't know what you would call it, but it's got a sheen to it, which is quite nice, pearly. And it is just a thread. I'm not using any sort of, you know, floss or anything, an embroidery floss. I'm just using a thread. The other thing I've done is I have already stitched these little, I'll show you the back there. So I've stitched into those there and here, so it's really textural, which is really nice, and I've used the same thread. So yeah, so I'm happy with that. Right, so what I'm going to do is I've put on I've put a background fabric here, and then I've added some dyed muslin, just some scraps that I had, and a couple of pieces of scrap paper. So I'm going to just stitch all that on, and yeah, just do a little bit of slow stitch. And I thought, well, initially I was just going to do it, you know, carry on just doing it by myself. I'm going to do some crosses here, and then I thought, well, why not, you know, do a little bit. I'm just going to put my light on because I do feel that it's better. It's had a really lovely morning of sunshine, and it got really warm out, but then the clouds have sort of come over, and they're basically yeah, it's dark and cloudy. Whoops, it's not raining, so that's, you know, something, but it is very, very windy again, and my poor peonies are taking a battering, and the roses, but they're okay. They're just, you know, need support to keep them upright and not bashing around. So this thread that I'm using is almost the same colour as this fabric, so as this muslin, but I'm not worried about that. For me, the slow stitch, you know, the look of it isn't as important as just the action that I'm carrying out, just because I wanted to slow stitch actually you know, relaxes me. I love the repetitiveness of the, you know, of sewing, the action, and this is why I'm doing it. And it will look nice, but, you know, I'm not worried about having, where's my needle? Oh, there it is. It fell through. Did it? There, push it through there. So yeah, so it's been lovely working in this little journal, and I'm glad I was able to bring you along, you know, and share some of the process. And I did feel that I needed to push myself a little bit more and do some more work on what I've already done, you know, added to it, maybe on top of some of the work. So I'm going to, you know, use some watercolour pencils or something just to add another dimension, you know, maybe use different media to, you know, just to highlight some areas or create more dimension, as I said, and texture. Maybe I'll use some texture paste or something. So yeah, that's the plan. I feel that, you know, I've kept it a little bit safe, which is my default position, and you know, seeing how I can push it, you know, on these scrappy papers. So yeah, that's the plan. We'll see. So I hope you've had a nice day so far. It's, as I say, it was lovely. I had to go out this morning. I was out early and then spent all morning out, shopping and browsing. And was it yesterday? Where are we? Yeah, it was yesterday. I went and did a little wander to, it seems like it was ages ago. I wandered around the local nature reserve and did some foraging. Got some plants to press, some flowers, and some leaves. You know, because I've used up a lot of my, can't see any crosses there. Yeah, I've been using up my old ones, so it'll be nice to have some new ones to, and I, you know, my own plants in my own garden are coming out, so I'll be pressing those as well. Yeah, there's some interesting flowers and plants around at the moment. So, and you know, my other area of interest in the apothecary, you know, in herbalism and just plant remedies and what have you. This is the time when I gather a lot of plant material and dry it out for teas and what have you. So yeah. So it's an interesting and busy time. Not massively busy, but I do like to, you know, take advantage of the different times in the month when I know that plants are coming out. And you know, for example, the on my walk I saw lots of meadowsweet, and the flowers aren't out yet, but they're, you know, they're on their way. It won't be long, another week, and they'll be flowering where I live anyway. And meadowsweet is one of those that I like to add to my teas and what have you. I found some sweet cicely seeds, and I only picked a few, but I like to eat them, nibble on them. Their strong aniseed flavour is absolutely delicious. And in my post on Instagram, I was saying that, you know, it's a sort of a love-hate thing. You know, people either love it or hate it. I love aniseed flavour and, you know, the scent of aniseed. So, yeah, it's win-win for me. And they taste lovely. It's like having a little sweet snack on your walk as you wander around. But you know, if you find them, but you have to be careful and make sure that you know what you're picking. But it's unmistakable really, in that the seed pods are very easily identifiable by the look of them, but they're also, you know, the smell of them is very much key when you're foraging for them, because they, you know, they look like the plant is part of the carrot family, and of course, as we know, there's a lot of or some of you may know, there's a lot of shall I wander? I think I'll wander down here. Yeah, I'm going to wander down there, so I'm going to do a bit of a jump here. Yeah, some of the plants in the carrot family are toxic, so you know, you have to be careful what you're picking. Sorry. I think I was saying on another video that I did, but I haven't published it. I was talking about, it was slow stitch, and I was sewing paper, and I just I love sewing paper. It's one of my favourite things to do, and sewing paper and fabric together are just, you know, just great. I love it. So there you go. And as I say, I'm just connecting all the pieces, I guess, with some thread, but I'm doing it randomly. I'm not really thinking too much about where my needle's going. You know, I've got to, obviously I want to create crosses or whatever it is I'm doing, but I'm not thinking too much about it, where it's going. Just, I'm going to, yeah, I am going to cross into there, so that, you know, adds interest, but wherever the needle lands is where I'm going. Actually, I think, yeah, I will go. Oh, didn't mean to come up quite so far, but that's okay. Again, trying not to overthink it. So, yeah, I hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are, and that the sun is shining for you. The wind is, it's not, I don't enjoy wind at all. So it's something that bothers me when I'm out. I think it relates back to, well, I mean, even now I still get earache from wind. But when I was a child, I used to suffer terrible with earache from being out in the wind, or just generally. And I currently have a ruptured eardrum, so, you know, it's not good for me to go out in it, have it blowing in my ear. So I'm waiting to get that sorted. It's been there for about 5 months, I think, something like that, for at least 4 months. And they're supposed to really heal up by themselves, or ideally they would, but mine hasn't, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to look into it. Well, I've been referred to have it looked at, so I'm lucky that it's going to get looked at. Right, so I like that, very random stitch. So I think I'm going to change the colour and do a different stitch. So I'm going to just end off here. There we go. I'm going to leave that thread. I would like to add some dangling threads. I'm going to think about that as well, or maybe I'll put it behind, but I don't know. We'll see. So I want something a little bit more of a contrast. So I haven't quite like that blue. Yeah, I do like that. Let's see. The top layer is quite dirty, but I'm not sure where it was, or, you know, where I got it from. My threads have come from lots of different places, you know. You gather them over the years, and then sometimes they've been left in different places and not put away or whatever. There we are. Right, so let's think about where to. I think I'm going to start here, up here. Now I don't want to do crosses. Oh, came straight through, so start again. make sure I hold it there. Right, so yeah, I'm not going to do crosses with this one, although it would be nice if it were more visible, but I don't want it to overpower because it's, but it is nice having the you know, that little contrasting blue colour. Yeah, that's really pretty. Hopefully you can see that. So I'm going to do some little seed stitch on this paper. Actually, I'll double my thread instead of going that through twice. So I'm just going to double my thread a little bit. And then, oh, just had a fly go past. I've had my back door open. And I saw Bobby chasing a fly, but Bobby the cat chasing a fly earlier. So it looks like he's still wandering around the house, which is gross. Well, that's right. Yeah, I like that. Good. Let's do some little seed stitch. Oops. Bought a few little. I was out shopping. I'm going on holiday in September, but I wanted to get some, you know, some holiday clothes, so I went out to see what was available in the shops, and then managed to buy 2 pretty blouses or tops, and then yeah, I bought some washi tape. I bought some of these white charcoal pencils, and then I bought some new. They were cheap. They're from TK Maxx, so some, you know, they're like $3.99 and $2.99, so pretty cheap. But you know, I will use them, especially these. Well, I'll use them all. I'll use the paintbrushes as well. So, and I bought some washi tape from a different shop. So yeah, managed to get a few little things. So I hope you can see this. I'll just check that you can. It's pretty. I won't go too long. I just wanted to, you know, bring you along. And if, you know, sewing paper is something that you enjoy as well, then hopefully, you know, you'll feel inspired to do a little bit yourself. I often, you know, feel inspired when I watch other people. It's often the way that, you know, I don't, it's not that you want to copy anyone, but it's just sort of sometimes, you know, it's hard to think, oh, it's nice to look at what other people are doing and then, you know, just sort of come up with your own idea based on what you've seen them do. And that's, you know, that's what I like to do. Sometimes, it's not all the time, but sometimes I like to feel inspired by other people. I'm going to come into this area here. Yeah, that's really pretty blue. So easy, isn't it? You know, just I've always, I think I've mentioned this before, that I've always liked repetitive activity for mindfulness. It's just something that I've always enjoyed. You know, it's a bit like knitting for me. Knitting, it depends what you're knitting, because when I'm doing a pattern, I get, you know, unless if it's something complicated, then yeah, that I can get a little bit stressed out. But because I'm not a, you know, I've knitted for many years, but I don't knit very often, put it that way. So I've started knitting when I was a teenager, and my mum taught us how to knit, and then, you know, I just carried on from there. But I knit my own jumpers, and I knit my children's some of my children's clothes when they were little. But then, you know, other things take over, and I got too busy. But I did go back to it after a while. And then started knitting again, and I knitted a few things, and then I stopped again. But it's the same if I'm knitting something very simple and I know the, you know, the pattern, then I can relax. But it has to be something simple, fairly simple, for me to do that. It's on my mind to do some knitting. I've been thinking about it for a while now, but and actually it's not a bad time to start, you know, for me anyway, because I take so long. But, you know, to start knitting now, to do a jumper maybe for winter, or, you know, to do a few things even as gifts for other people. It's if I started now, I might actually get one finished. Right, I think I don't want to overdo it. I feel like I need to just do a couple more to have it just wandering a little bit. They're all a bit tightly together. Whoops. I'll just do a couple more, maybe. I don't watch much TV. I think I don't mind the odd thing, but I'm not a big TV watcher. So, you know, I do watch YouTube, and I watch documentaries and other things, but I'm not a big, I like Scandi, you know, sort of thriller. I do enjoy those murder mysteries. Alright, there we go. Do that like that. And I might put a bit of blue down here, just, oh, now there was a piece of cloth that I was going to use. It was a lighter colour. Is that it? I think that's it. Now, I was thinking about putting it down there, so I might sew this on. Like that. Just to give it something extra. Before I switched my camera on, my niece Ellie, who I've mentioned before on here, she called me. She did a FaceTime or whatever it is, I don't know, video call. She's in Paris right now, and she was they're doing, her partner and her are doing a interrail trip across Europe, and they were sat underneath the Eiffel Tower having a picnic, and so she video called me just to show me. I would love to be doing that right now, having a picnic under the Eiffel Tower. I mean, yeah, I really like that. And I like this little, I'm going to do a stitch here just to keep it in there like that, and then I'll do one here because I'm running out of thread, so that's I'm trying to just get some stitches in there. I'll do one more, I think. Can get one more in there. Yeah, love that. Yep, I need to do, so I will just end this off, and then I think I need to do this here. I just need to stitch that on because it's glued on and I don't want to just rely on the glue. So I'd like to just do a little bit there and then I will finish. But I'm not going to use that colour or that colour. I want a different colour. I think I'm going to use this dark green. No, that's too much. I'm going to use this colour. Just want to do something a bit different from the other colours. Yeah, I'm not going to double it, just to keep it. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I'm taking my time with this little journal, but, you know, I'm hoping that I noticed that it's not as popular as some of my other videos, but I'm not worried about that. I'm just hoping that it's reached those of you who are interested in it, and that's all that matters to me. You know, for those people who don't, you know, are not interested in this sort of thing, because it is grungy, you know, so I get it, and we all have different tastes. So, you know, it's trying to find something for everybody, really, you know, trying to, I mean, and me, I'm not, you know, I'm not just doing it for other people, I'm doing it for me because I need to stay interested. I'm not doing any fancy stitching, I'm just doing random stitch, just in any sort of like a seed stitch, but I don't know, would it be classed as a seed stitch? Yeah, I mean, it's just to keep it on. I love that, the way that falls like that. Going to come over here. Yeah, I like that. Just not too much though, because I don't want to. Go into there. I could do with a cup of tea. I'm ready for a cup of tea. Tea time. There we are. I think that's enough. Well, maybe I'll do a little bit down here. Can't help myself. And I've got the thread now, so why not? I'm going to just do some row of stitches. I don't know about that actually. I like to see threads, but there's times when I don't want to see thread, if you know what I mean. So maybe I should have used a lighter colour instead, but no, I'm going to stick with it. I'll stick with it. So I'm off the paper now, so I'm sewing fabric. So it's that little bit easier. Okay, and I'm not going to... Oh, maybe I will. Just go... Oh, I jabbed myself. Very sharp, this needle. It's my favourite needle, but it is sharp. Alright, so I'm going to go into there. There we go. keep saying there we go, and then I'm not stopping. There, now I am going to stop, so I'm going to go back through here and then just end off here without, you know, poking the needle in my fingers. Hopefully. Oh, I love it. I love this. I think maybe that needs some green as well. Right. I'm gonna, yeah, end this off. Right. I love this bit. I was considering using this bit. I get very, what's the word? Hoardy. I can't think of the word, but yeah, I don't want to use it because it's so nice. It's rust dyed fabric, and I only have small pieces left. I have one piece. It's still quite small though. Right, I think that's it. You know, I don't know what you guys think. So right, I'm just going to pop that on there, and then I'm going to pop it in. Now, I could sew it on, but what I'm thinking of doing is sewing around each page anyway, so I probably won't. In fact, I'm going to glue it on. I'm going to put the glue on here. Just, yeah, I mean, rather than trying to sew on when it would interfere with the background, and I don't mind that in some ways, you know. Oops, don't want to do that. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it coming through here because it would be interesting, but one step at a time. I love that pokes out as well. I need more of that. Yeah, really loving that. So one little bit done, and I don't think you can see, I'm just going to bring it up so you could maybe see. I don't know if you can see this stitch here and that stitch there. I'm hoping you can, but it's really subtle, but I love doing it there. Yeah, okay. Right, well, let's see. I think I showed you that, which I enjoyed doing, but I do feel that it needs more. But having said that, sometimes less is more, and they're so delicate. So I don't know. Quite fancy working into the bird, but the only problem is that, you know, when you've got the other side, as I said just now, that would affect that side. So ooh, it's a big one. Did I show you this? Wait, where is it? This page? Oh yeah, I did. So I've got two there to do. I was thinking of adding something there. I've got some, oh, let me see, is some leaves and things. Oh, and some flowers. Look at those, aren't they gorgeous? Okay. I don't know why I'm whispering. Oh dear. I've got those. Got lots and lots of leaves and things. Got these. The colours in these just blow my mind. Look at this. They should be put away somewhere safe. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And there's a few of them like that. So maybe I should use some of these. Look at those. They're just beautiful, stunning. So let's see. I don't want to use them randomly though. This is my box with the leaves that I've treated. So I could put these in. I've treated them with PVA glue, or I might have used matte medium, so I could put something like that in. That would look nice, but I'd want something as a background. Not that though. So yeah, so I've got options to do, you know, to put different things on. Oh, that's just stunning, but not on that background. It needs a nice background. So, and I don't want to have this go any longer than it needs to. You know, and it would be nice just to do a short video is what I thought. But I don't want that on its own. So I'm going to think about it. I'm going to switch off the camera and then I may come back once I've got a plan. Otherwise, I will say goodbye and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care. Bye for now.